Hi guys, welcome to our second video. I'm Sarah.
I'm Kat.
Today we're gonna cover our examples from our life, what triggered our changes, and how we started, how we managed with everything. In previous video, we covered basic principles, how to create your life, what we heard, what we applied, and today we're just gonna dig deeper. So Kat, would you start with your changes?
Of course I will. Today I'm gonna start with a song that says, but to understand the future, which is the present in our case, we have to go back in time. And that back in time, for me, was a long time ago. Actually, from the moment I was born, I think I felt I didn't belong there. I didn't belong in that environment, or my family, or surrounded by my friends, or at school, at work. Something was so wrong. I realized that I should not be blaming other people. I should take responsibility for my feelings and find a way to make myself feel better, to live happy and fulfilled life. One day, accidentally, I don't believe in accidents, I came across a documentary called The Secret. That was a life-changing experience for me. I was so impressed by that film that I wanted to share that secret with the entire world. But the message I got from that movie was very superficial. I perceived it this way. You just think about something you want, and that's gonna magically appear in your life. It's like your thoughts become things. That's what they say. And that is true, but there are some other steps that I think now are missing in that movie. But anyways, I find it very useful for me. So I wanted to share that with my family. One day I asked them if they had hour and a half of their time. They said yes. I invited them into my room. Tickets were free. I was in charge of everything. I didn't make popcorn for them, so maybe I made a mistake there. I'm so sorry. But I just invited them, set up chairs, and they watched the entire movie. I was so excited for them. I thought that our lives are gonna change completely. But just because I made them watch that, because I was acting like a teacher behind them, making sure that they're paying attention and being like, hey mom, are you paying attention? Please focus. Just because they watched it, it didn't mean that something is gonna change for themselves. Then I realized that you can't change other people. Everyone has to take responsibility for their own actions, their own lives, and really make that decision that they want to change. So I then started watching other YouTube videos, reading books about that secret and law of attraction. Everything was very interesting to me. I didn't know anyone else who knew about that. So I didn't have anyone else to talk to. So I was just randomly finding videos and books about that. I started listening to Anna Bucevic, but at that time, her videos didn't resonate with me. I think maybe she knew a lot about that, and I was just not able to understand everything, and that was not the right time for me to start watching those videos. After that, I really wanted to move to America, and I came here as a student 1 year, and when I landed here, something felt so right. Then I went back to Serbia to finish my master's. I worked after I graduated, and everything seemed pretty normal. I had normal life. I had job, I was happy, I had friends. But at the end of the day, when I stayed alone with my own thoughts, I was not happy. And there was that burning desire that we mentioned, that I really wanted to change something, and I wanted to move to America. So I did. I often joke about the thing that I was born on the wrong continent, but I found my way home. and this is definitely my home. Even my mom says now that she's so happy when she sees me smiling and she sees how happy I am. So she knows that that was the best decision I've ever made. Although at that time, no one was very supportive of that decision, but now they are. They trust me now. I'm not saying that everyone should move across the globe and find their own spot, but for me that was really necessary, because I think as we grow older, we kind of lose ourselves. We forget who we actually are. Our friends, our family, society, country, everything affects our opinion, ourselves, and we just become something or someone we are actually not. So for me, it was really necessary to just move across the country, and I was just not happy with that. And I really wanted to start from zero, clean slate, another round, let's go. I didn't care about my diploma or anything, and I just left everything and everyone and came here. And even when I came here, I still needed to work on so many things. It was when you are alone, you can't blame anyone else. It's only you. That's when you realize that you have to apply all those things you learned, all those things you read about, and that's when life becomes really challenging.
So for me, my changes started in 2017 or 18. I was in my early 20s, as you would say in America. So I was in my early 20s and I started fitness business. I became personal trainer when I was like 20 years old. And I was building my fitness experience. I was changing my body. It was all great. And I would really had very interesting clients, great clients, and I would learn so much from them. So that made me think often, like, what do I want from my life? Is this something that I want to do forever? Like, that word forever is for me like, oh my God, like, I don't know. I'm very certain I want to marry someone one day and be forever with that person. But like job, my parents taught me you're gonna change 10 jobs, 10 careers, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, I really need to go and explore and find myself and see what I want really from this life. And it was really interesting. For some reason, I manifested in my life that movie, The Secret, and I was doing my cardio, I remember, 40 minutes walking after workout. I was pretty dedicated just to achieve everything that I wanted. So it's really main thing when you want to change your life. Dedication, you can't really rely on motivation because it's just going to be in your life here and there. So I started watching that movie. And it was great. It made sense. But I was like, I don't have a car. How can I manifest the spot then? I mean, I was like, it's pretty, like Kat said, it was pretty superficial. Maybe at that time, they wanted to give us a message, like you can achieve whatever you want, but there were some steps missing. And definitely it was like that. And someone mentioned Anna Bučević. She's from Croatia. And when you're from Balkans, it's a little bit conservative. Whatever starts in America after 20 years is gonna be over there. Nowadays, it's not like that. It's way different because we have this internet and we can expand in many more ways and we can certainly learn a lot of things, which is amazing. That's why I came here, because back in 2017, you kind of just know for bodybuilding, and then you're like, okay, maybe I just want to expand in bodybuilding area, like that's the only field that I know. Actually, now with this move, I was like, man, there is holistic teaching. I can be into spiritual world. I can help people in many more ways. I know a lot more information. So I connected with great people. Like, I can support my people from Balkans wherever they are with these informations that I have. And so that network expanded a lot. So I'm so grateful for this move. But back then, I really blamed a lot of things on my parents, circumstances. I would never feel like a girl my age. Like, I always wanted to expand for more and more. And even if I go with my friends, I wouldn't have topics to talk about. Like, I would talk about business and everything when we were in our 18, like when we were 18 years old. And they would talk about normal things that we do when we were 18 years old. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't do them, but I had other aspirations. So then I believe I sent my desire to the universe, because I was longing to be in America. Just watching like We Heart Eat and scrolling through the Instagram feed and seeing all those beautiful places. I was like, I want to be there. I want to learn this. I want to see that. And then I was like, okay, I want to learn. So I started watching Ana Vucevic, that lady from Croatia. Honestly, I couldn't watch her. Like, for some reason, I couldn't watch her videos. But I heard she has some really important things to say. So I would just like listen to her, but not watch her. And then it made all sense. So everything that she would learn from great teachers like Abraham Hicks, Wayne Dyer, she would just translate it in our language. It's South Slavic. And we were just like, okay, now it makes sense. I have to make my emotions and vibrations, but also I need to take some steps in order to create the life I want, right? I can just sit here and be like, okay, let's go. So then I really worked hard for that. Like, I was working day and night with my clients. I really wanted to, when I leave, I really wanted to be like, okay, guys, I gave you the best I could at that time, and I want you to continue with your progress. Now I'm off now to expand in my ways. That's how it all started, just with that big wish to grow and expand and learn and be in the center of everything. Like, I really want to know a lot of things. So for me, that was it. I couldn't blame anyone else. At the end of the day, you're like within yourself 24/7. Wherever you go, you bring yourself. And the best decision ever. I had great supportive parents. I mean, of course they're missing me, but they were really supportive with the tears in their eyes. Because sometimes when you want to make a change, it requires for you to be alone. And then when I started applying all of that, when I learned a lot of things, I was like, there's something missing. There were some patterns that I would just repeat. So I reached out to a psychologist, life coach, call it however you want it, Anna Milkic. She graduated in Chicago, and I was like, she can understand me. Like, she can understand my brain, Serbian brain and American brain, my both personalities. So I started working on that, and she gave me a really fantastic example. Imagine like you have a garden. That garden represents your life. And so in your garden, you have mud. Mud would be old beliefs. And then you have some flowers. Those flowers can be new beliefs, can be new thoughts, can be the life you created, things that resonates with you. Like, you have that garden and it's pretty good looking, but there are some things that you need to work on to have really clean slate. And so she was like, let's take care of the garden. Let's put aside those flowers. Maybe you will have new ones along the way. Maybe you will be like, okay, I don't need these ones anymore. So those are those beliefs, thoughts, and everything, emotions that you experienced along the way. And then once we take care of the land and everything, the soil, then we can get those flowers, and then you can just water it, take care of it, and make it the way you want it to look and be, and the smell you want to experience, and just the way you want it to be. But I will help you. So she gave me great tools along the way. So that's how I just like to, see my life as a big garden, and I'm gonna do whatever I want with that. One important thing with all of that is time, patience. You have great example for that.
Yes, recently I read in a book that patience is like a muscle. And if you want to grow your patience, then every situation you come across in your life, you just challenge yourself to be a little bit more patient, a little bit more patient. The same with muscles. If you want to build your muscles, you do one more rep when you think you can do another one. So I'm not telling about things that you can do something about. Then you don't have to be patient. Just do something about it. Take care of it. I'm more talking about things that you have to have faith in, that the things you know are coming your way, but you just have to be patient. You know that they're gonna be yours, but it just takes time. And
That's the faith, walking into unknown.
into the unknown.
You definitely have to walk with the faith by your side. Whatever you want to believe in, just have that faith. And as Wayne Dyer would say, you have to believe in something that you can't see yet, which is true.
It's
but I
like
had
a
faith.
Kinder Surprise. You remember those things? Patience and time. You have one great example with time.
Corn?
Oh, yeah.
So, with the corn, oh my God, I love it. I needed that example in my life because my personality, my character, and patience, it took me a while.
She's great now.
When it comes to changes with the body, I was fine because I saw examples. So I was like, okay, it took them like a year, 3 years to build the body they wanted. So I'm like, okay, I'm prepared to wait. But when it comes to human interactions and everything, I'm a little bit impatient. Especially when you're in economy field, when they require of you to close the deal right away. That's when you actually need the patience, because you need to see that energy flow. Like energy flow, are you compatible enough for everything, and so on. So that example helped me along the way. It was like when you have the seed of the corn, you plant it, then you water it, then you take care of it, then you give it the love, and you still have that faith into something that you haven't seen yet. Maybe that corn won't grow, but still you gotta have faith. And so it takes time. You won't go and be like, are you ready? Can I eat you now? Where are you, corn?
Corn, come on, corn. It's been like 2 minutes.
So the same goes with everything else in life. If you like somebody, if you want to close the deal, if you want to, move somewhere, if that was meant to be for you, as people would say, it's gonna happen. But let it be. Learn something along the way. See what you can do in the moment. Can you learn something? Can you expand in your business? Can you subscribe on some, websites and learn more and, do stuff. Make it more interesting. Share your experiences. So let's make a summary of everything.
I have one great advice for everyone. From my experience, it's never too late to start. So I finished high school, I finished my master's in Serbia, and I still moved here when I was 27, almost 28 years old. And some people would say, oh, it's too late for you. You should have your life figured out already. You should be, married, have kids, a career. No, I didn't feel that was right for me at that time. And I decided I'm gonna start all over again. I'm gonna start my life, build it from the ground, from zero, foundation, and then I'm gonna work on. And so it's never too late. Don't pay attention to what other people are telling you, just listen to yourself.
For me, I built great business. I started my master's. It was all fine and well. Like, it was great actually, because I built it. But like I said, I felt something's off. I felt like I can expand more. It didn't stop me. Some people would say, are you crazy? You can build up the brand. You can use your name. You had like great clients, a lot of work. And I was like, yes, but I got to fill up my cup in order to, give more to my clients. And that's how I was like, okay, I'm going to follow my intuition. I'm going, and that's it. That was closing my own deal.
So we both had that burning desire, and we just felt that we should really do something about our lives, and we should really change something. So those were our examples. We're gonna share our stories in more detail in one of upcoming videos.
And sometimes some things you just remember along the way. I'm like, is this important? How important this can be? So hopefully you can, just pick some things from these videos, be inspired to make some changes in life. Even if you heard of law of attraction, maybe we gave you different perspective, because we believe you can attract certain things in your life, you can create better life, but just take those steps, take those actions in order to create it, and you will 100% have great life.
Step into the unknown.
Thank you for watching us again.
See you.